Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend, and a happy Monday, y'all! We're concluding and talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did you watch the Versus battle with D'Angelo and Friends? And there seems to be additional drama with T.I. and Tiny. We're talking about that and a lot more. You know what to do. Grab that tea, because it's smoking. Let go. How was your weekend, beauty besties? Did you get some rest? Did you watch some good television? Did you unwind? Did you eat good? What did y'all do? I jinxed myself on Friday, by the way, and just between us, I literally said, oh, I have nobody in town. I'm going to watch People versus Billie Holiday. I'm going to do this. Lies. I had a group of friends in town, just two, from Atlanta who I got a chance to spend some time with and see over the weekend. But note to self, I would not jinx myself next time like that because I literally thought I was going to do nothing this weekend, and he did things. Anyways, it's juicy on this good old Monday. Let's jump in and start by recapping Sunday's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we've concluded this Isle of Palms trip to South Carolina. Baby, this trip was as long as the pandemic. I was like, oh my God, when are we going to get to the end of this? Well, we began to wrap up the end of this trip, and they resumed, because we left off last week with Kenya, Nancy, Drew, Moore going around the table speculating and accusing people of sleeping with Bolo. Now, when I say people, basically Portia, and she was also trying to figure out who the other person was. Now, let's talk about this, because, Portia got in her feelings about this, because Portia was like, you don't know, you don't try to speculate, and even if you think you know, girl, quit breaking girl code on national television and let us live our lives. Like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Isle of Palm stays in Isle of Palm. But Kenya is a dog with a bone, and she refuses to let these girls live their best life. Like, it was a turn up. And if you don't like it, girl, turn your head and keep it moving. But don't block these people's fun. And the logic here of why Kenya had an issue with this is so petty Betty to me. The fact that she's saying that they did all of these things in a shared house while her daughter is here. Girl, this blue light in the basement special went down in a bedroom where your daughter wasn't even close by. Like, why are you so all up in these people's mix? Your bedroom is upstairs along with Cynthia's. Marlo's bedroom is downstairs. Candy's bedroom is downstairs. Portia's bedroom is downstairs. And let's just talk about it, because when they first got into the house, they gave us the map. Marlo's bedroom was downstairs. Candy's bedroom was at the top of the hall. The middle bedroom was labeled as Tanya's. And then the bottom bedroom was Portia. Why Tanya implicate herself, y'all? As Kenya is on her mission, Tanya is sitting quiet. Portia is sitting quiet, aggravated. And Tanya's like, well, what are you trying to say? Because I didn't do anything. In fact, I slept in the bedroom with Portia. Girl, what? We've already said that there was a threesome that took place, and one of the identifiable voices was Portia, and the second female was unidentifiable. And you just identified yourself, sis. Like, girl, what kind of God's green earth common sense was that? She threw herself under the bus and hit herself. And you see, I will tell you, Portia is a ride or die. Okay, I see why you was out there protesting, Portia. You see, Portia just sat there stoic and didn't even say anything. Portia neither confirmed nor denied that Tanya slept in her bedroom. But Tanya just sat there and was like, yeah, I was in the bedroom. I slept in her room. And you got to give it to production, because as you see, for those last two episodes, production kept labeling that bedroom as open. It wasn't open in the beginning. So all of a sudden, where did Tanya's bedroom go? It didn't just poof and vanish like Casper. Obviously, I don't know why production labeled it as open, but they switched it from Tanya to open, child. And Tanya implicated herself, hit herself with the bus, rolled over herself with the bus, and kept it moving. No wonder she stopped filming with all the girls when she got back to Atlanta. She had to try to save her marriage. Well, her fiancé-ship. She had to try to save her relationship, child. She needed to get in front of that bus that she was driving. And I don't blame her, because guess what? At the end of the day, that man got money, and Tanya better maintain that Canadian lifestyle that she got living here in Georgia, A. And side note, Tanya implicated herself real big bad, because even Candy was like, girl, shut up. Listen, Candy knows all the tea. Producers asked Candy, so who was it? And Candy was like, I can neither confirm nor deny. No, actually, Candy said, I plead the fifth. Candy is the keeper of all the secrets in the dungeon and outside of the dungeon, child. But baby, let's jump into the fact that Drew got back to Atlanta. And is it just me? Actually, you know what? Let me not get ahead of myself. Drew got back to Atlanta. And so I guess, Ralph took that, trip to Tampa and didn't tell Drew nothing. So I don't know if it was Drew's way of getting back at Ralph to say, hey, we had a stripper. He pulled it out. He flipped me over. I twerked. I'm like, girl, are you saying this to get your husband jealous? Are you saying to get your husband into the mood? I'm just trying to figure out why you giving your husband so many of the girl code moments that happen. Another one breaking girl code. A lot of girl code moments, ma'am, to your husband. And I get it. It's your husband. You want to be honest. But a part of me felt like Drew went into all those details to get under Ralph's skin and as a little bit of a revenge. Because she also said, well, I don't know what you did when you went to Tampa. I don't know who you saw and X, Y, and Z. So, she's still in her purse about that Tampa trip, which I would have been too, by the way, just for the record. But she went into detail. Now, here's some thoughts I have. Because then we see, Drew goes by and visits Portia, and while she's there, Ralph calls her. Very creepy, by the way. But does anybody else look at Ralph with a little bit of side eye? As if he can either be, one, a little touch with narcissism, and two, touch with, snapped. The way Ralph functions makes me just a little nervous for Miss Drew, honey. I don't know, Drew needs to have blink 3 times, Drew, and wear yellow on a Wednesday if you need help. I don't know what's going on over there. But baby, Ralph just makes me a little nervous. I mean, it's not my marriage not to be in, but since we just talking as friends, I just wanted to bring it to the attention of everybody else. Do you guys see what I see? Does Ralph look a little, a little shifty and a little sneaky as well? Anyways, let's move on to Miss Kenya Moore. So Miss Nancy Drew Kenya Moore has her lunch with her bestie, LaToya, and she airs her grievances with LaToya, accusing her of not having her back during, the whole Bolo Gate. And here's the thing. You can't be mad that LaToya was trying to live her best life and you're trying to persecute people. In that moment, Kenya, you were in the wrong. Now, LaToya did apologize. Good for her. And then Kenya had the nerve to say, but, I have a crush on you, and you're over here making out with Portia. So are you mad that they made out? Are you mad that there's a threesome, or are you mad that you weren't involved in any of this action, Miss Kenya Moore, because you was watching the baby upstairs because your husband's in New York doing God knows what? And let's talk about the husband. Now, Kenya went to her doggone lawyer to try to talk about, this custody petition instead of the petition for divorce, and wound up goop gagged and her face on the floor. Mark, lawyer, sent over the petition for divorce to her. But the gotcha is Mark filed in New York. So apparently because she's not a New York citizen, he has to file in Georgia. So not only did it catch Kenya off guard, but Mark wants alimony. Baby, he don't even take care of the baby, but he wants Kenya to run him some checks. And the word on the street, according to them, is they tried to even serve Mark already. And they went to the address of Mark's home. And apparently whoever answered that door said, Mr. Daly does not live here. So you're telling me, sis, that you have a whole husband, a father of your kids, and you don't know where he laying his head at night? I need to know, what address are the bills getting mailed to? Because that's the address where you need to serve him. And if he was real petty, which I know she is, that's fine. If the home address isn't correct, what we know for sure is Mark got a restaurant. I would hire somebody to go every day to have a bagel and some coffee and sit there until Mark Daly walked in that door, and I would serve him then. Don't play with me, because if you want to be petty and ask for alimony, sir, that's fine. You're going to get served on my terms, and we're going to find you. Find him, girl, find him. So moving on into another Housewives franchise, Housewife of Potomac is rumored to have found a new castmate. Her name is Mia Thornton, and the rumor is floating around that she's one of the new full-time or she might be a friend of the show. They have not identified what status she's going to have. But you know, now that Monique left, obviously with that whole fight with Candace, the production say they wanted to replace and hire 2 new housewives. Well, Mia Thornton is a marketing director. She owns her own beauty and cosmetic company and a chain of chiropractic businesses throughout the DMV. So Mia sounds like not only is she cute, because look how cute she is, but Mia got coins, she's a mother, and she's married. I'll be interested to see if Mia does get introduced to us in this upcoming Potomac season, because word on the street is she's friends with Ashley Darby, and I guess this is how she's getting her introduction to us, if she becomes a friend of the show or a permanent cast member. So let's all stay tuned. Did you guys watch the Versus battle with D'Angelo and friends? And when I say friends, he really only had 3 people show up. Like, I really thought this was going to be like a battle with lots of friends stopping through. But what I will say this for D'Angelo, him and his Sherpa jacket and his bucket hat, You know, D'Angelo obviously isn't the D'Angelo that we remember and How Does It Feel? Obviously, that's not the D'Angelo we see anymore. He got a little life weight on him, but he showed up with a whole vibe, honey. He gave us old school. He gave us chill vibes. He gave people pregnancy vibes. And I sat in the living room and watched it. Now, I will say, though, I felt like there was issues with his mic at times. Sometimes he was singing live, sometimes he wasn't. But he brought Method Man and Redman on, and they looked great, and they performed. But the star of the show was really her. She came through and dropped those magical vocals, and they did a mashup. Ooh, and she sang Lawrence Hill's part on that song. Oh, God, I can't remember the song. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Her is so magical. And the fact that he closed out the show, and I will say this, he closed out the show, and we were waiting for it. And the moment that beat drops, boom, 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 everybody threw their panties, everybody fell out. Everybody was laid out in the Holy Spirit of D'Angelo in that moment, because it's such nostalgia. It took you back to when I literally had to watch the video after the Versus battle went off. We had a little Versus inspired after party, and that was one of the videos, child. And I don't know about y'all, and I'm sure everybody did it. When they watched that video, everybody was up at that screen trying to look down. Baby, D'Angelo was a move back in the day. But you know, the crazy part is he came out of hibernation for this. Y'all know we're not going to see D'Angelo for another 10 years, right? So I guess we'll see D'Angelo next decade. But it was good to see him in that Versus battle last night. I really wish he had more friends to stop through, though. But, you know, I digress. He did it for the culture. Now, what would have been great was a D'Angelo versus Maxwell Versus battle. Can we get Maxwell to the stage, please? Paging Maxwell to the stage. We need Maxwell in a Versus battle. Now, who should battle Maxwell? I don't know. But I'm telling you what the culture wants. I'm telling you what B.Rich wants. And I'm sure let's go ahead and just throw it out there so we can manifest Maxwell in a Versus battle. You're welcome. Ooh, so things are starting to heat up for T.I. and Tiny Leprechaun Harris, right? So Tyrone Blackburn, who's a lawyer, is now representing 6 women that are accusing Tiny and T.I. of these sex allegations. And Tyrone is doing a virtual press conference today, announcing it. He's also saying that over 30 women, between survivors and accusers and witnesses, have come forward to talk about the salaciousness of it all, and the drugging of it all, and the sex trafficking of it all. And so now he's actually filing, and let me make sure I get this right, he's opening up a probe in Georgia and LA. And in the probe, he wants an investigation board to pursue looking at sex trafficking, RICO, R-I-C-O. Is that racketeering? I don't know. And then he's also looking for the statutes for Georgia's rape, kidnapping, and terroristic threats statutes. Baby, he is trying to throw the entire investigative probing book at T.I. and Tiny and shut it down. And the crazy part is Sabrina Peterson, who was, started all of this, is now also officially filing a defamation suit against Tiny and T.I. and their friend Shakina. Baby, this thing gets juicier and juicier and more salacious as the world turns. Now, we're going to continue to stand by, and we're going to listen, and I'm going to try to find this press conference so I can hear what he's about to say. But baby, I don't know what T.I. and Tiny is about to do. Are they going to fight back, What do they plan on doing? Because it is getting hot in here. And on that note, I got to go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video if you like, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, check those notifications. Are they turned on? Who loves you? I do. See you on Wednesday. Bye.